Okay, welcome back, everyone. Again, we're so glad you're here again. We're in module 3. We're going to be doing lesson 4. We're going to be talking about assembling your team. So most people, when they start out in a service-based business, they always start out with a team of 1. That means it's a team of just you by yourself doing all the work, all the financial aspect of it, all the work itself, answering the phones. You're doing everything as you start out because it's just you. So you're going to learn how to build a team. So the key here is to start out building your team of people you don't have to pay right away. So number 1, I'm going to talk about your attorney. Start out getting you an attorney who's going to represent you legally in all matters in your business if something does arise for you to have to have a need for an attorney. Now, I have used an attorney quite a few different times in business because I've had to sue people or, something happened where you got sued, there was an issue with a client or whatever. At the end of the day, get this person put in place. You're going to write your whole team down on a piece of paper where you can find it on any given notice, put it in your phone. I don't care where you put it. Create a category for just your team for your business as you start out to build your company. Number 2, I'd write in there's your tax accountant. Who's going to be your tax accountant? Once again, don't go just to these little tax accountant, TurboTax. You can do all these things, but I highly suggest you find you a good tax accountant who can manage your taxes for you and save you so much money at the end of each year. Doing your taxes incorrectly or doing them the wrong way can make you lose so much money long term. So write your tax accountant in there. Now, as you build your team, remember, you're not going to use these right away, and you may only use your tax accountant once a year. But the point is you're building your team of people you're going to use to help you grow and build your business. Now, let's say you start, look at, well, I need to hire an employee. So I'm doing really well in business. We're getting really busy. I need to hire my first employee. So let's say you have to hire your first employee. Now you've hired maybe another service person to work in the field with you. They're working in the field along with you. You're still answering the phone. You're still doing the bookkeeping. You're still managing all these different aspects of it. But you've hired that person to work with you on your team. That's part of assembling your team. Something else I would suggest is if you could find a bookkeeper to manage your books monthly at a really low cost, it'll save you all the time in the world that you don't have to spend on that. Most people, what happens is that they go into business and they work 12, 14, 16, 18 hours a day because they do everything versus realizing, well, if I charge a little bit more, I can hire a part-time bookkeeper who manages my books into QuickBooks or whatever software you decide to use every single month. They do it weekly and monthly. They have it all done. Something I don't have to do. I can spend my time focusing on what I'm good at, making money, selling jobs, doing more things like that. So the key is, we're looking at your attorney, your tax accountant, your bookkeeper. So find all these different things that you can do in your team and building your team to be successful, because that's going to help you. But then you may need to hire a second employee. Oh, then what do I do? Well, now you might need to hire a third employee at that point to manage the office. So you want to assemble your team based on your company's needs at that time. If you can't afford it, don't do it. Don't add an employee if you don't need to add an employee. Something else I want you to add on your team, your insurance agent. Your insurance agent can help you save money or lose money. Shop your insurance and make sure you find the right agent for your business, because this is going to help you create tremendous success. Having good insurance, the proper insurance, is going to be key. So we're going from our attorney to our tax accountant to our bookkeeper to our insurance agent. Remember, we're adding a list to the team. We're building a team of people who we're going to use to help us grow our business. Don't be afraid to delegate things out to people. Make sure you can afford it, but make sure you're charging based on where you are. So if I was to build a business, this is what I do, is I would say, okay, I want to be here. I want to be at 7 figures. So if I'm at 7 figures, then I need to, and then I'm going to need, okay, this many employees to get me to 7 figures. I build my business based on where I am, and I build my charging what I'm going to charge based on where I want to be. That's going to be the key. I base it on where I want to be and where I'm going to be versus where I just am. So like, let's say I'm going to charge, my prices need to be here compared to here because I plan on being here with my business with 5 employees, 3 in the field, 2 in the office, plus myself. So that's 6 of us total. My expenses are going to be this. So I need to be charging this amount of money in order to make sure we're covering that cost for all these employees. So you build your business around what your cost of doing business is going to be, not with what it is at the moment. You want to build, think of the future. What's my cost of business going to be if I'm a 7-figure company, if I'm a multiple 7-figure company? You want to build your pricing structure around that process. And then when you hire an employee, you duplicate. You write systems, you put systems in place, you put operations manuals in place, you put all these different systems in place that allow you to duplicate each thing individually. So when you hire an office manager, the office manager is this. You have an operations manual for your office manager. You have an operations manual for your CRM, for who's going to answer your phones, for your CSR, for your dispatch, or whatever it is that you're building inside of your business. You have to have something built out to make it systematic. This is part of building your team. So when you hire your office manager first, guess what you're going to do? They're going to help you write all the systems and help you put them in place. First, you have to do it all yourself. Because if you do everything yourself, you're going to work 12, 14, 16 hours a day. That's not the goal of this business. The goal of this business is to give you more time, more life, more money. Those 3 things. You want those things. You want to be able to travel on vacation, be able to go on vacation, still make money. All these things are going to be a key to your success. So think about building your team, what it's going to look like, where you want it to be, build your pricing around that, and build it intelligently, and make a list of everybody you're going to need on your team. And that's going to help you grow your business faster and way more successful. Can't wait to see you in the next lesson, guys.